Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim wa bihi nasta'in innahu khayrun nasirun wa mu'in. Salamun alaykum wa rahmatullah, dear brothers and sisters. Previously we spoke about this question, that why there isn't any solid hadith in the Sunnah sources that covers all the details regarding the invasion of the house of Lady Fatima salamun alayha, and we reached this conclusion that they have certain motives not to do so. And after the covering the motives, that we promised you to present some of the small puzzle pieces and clues in their sources that, if put together, would lead to this conclusion, the reality of the invasion of the house, inshallah. Before going through the clues, I should tell you that I'm not going to mention the addresses of these reports in the Sunnah sources because it takes a lot of time. So we're just going to present you with the addresses and the scan of the pages on the screen, inshallah. So the first one is about threatening to burn down the house. In this hadith, it is reported that Umar ibn al-Khattab addresses Lady Fatima salamullah alayha and says, "Oh, the daughter of Rasulullah, you should know that Rasulullah is the most beloved person to me, and after him, you are the most beloved to me. But this affection doesn't hold me from ordering my men to burn down your house if the people that present within your house, they don't come out." So this is the first hadith. The second clue is that Omar faced the house of Lady Fatima salamullah alayha, addressing them and said, "I swear to God that if you don't come out, I will burn down the house with the people inside it. Wallahi la akhriqanna alaykum aw la takhrujunna ila al-bay'a." Either you come out for allegiance or I will burn down the house on you. So this is the second clue you can find in the Sunnite sources. The third clue about the invasion of the house you can find in the Sunnite sources can be found in the most authentic book of the Sunnites, which is Sahih al-Bukhari. The author narrates this report that فَغَضِبَ فَاطِمَةُ بِنْتُ رَسُولِ اللَّهِ فَهَجِرَتْ أَبَا بَكْرٍ فَلَمْ تَزَلْ مُهَاجِرَتَهُ حَتَّى تُوفِّيَتْ. According to this report, Lady Fatima was angry with the first caliph and estranged herself with him and didn't talk to him until she passed away. So Lady Fatima was angry with the first caliph. We say that, and you can also find this confession in the Sunni sources as well. And also, according to Sahih al-Bukhari, Lady Fatima was buried at night, and Ali alayhi salam didn't seek allegiance with the first caliph until after the martyrdom of Lady Fatima salamullah alayha. فوجدت فاطمة عليا على أبي بكر في ذلك فهجرته فلم تكلمه حتى توفيت وعاشت بعد النبي 6 أشهر. So, according to this report, Lady Fatima was angry with the first caliph Abu Bakr and didn't talk to him فلم تكلمه حتى توفيت, until she passed away, and she lived after Rasulullah. According to this report, she lived for around 6 months. فلما توفيت, when she passed away, Ali alayhi salam دفنها زوجها علي ليلا ولم يؤذن بها أبا بكر. So Ali alayhi salam buried Lady Fatima at night and didn't inform Abu Bakr, who were supposed to be the first caliph, the most important person on that time, and it was expected from him to attend the burial of Lady Fatima salamullah alayha, the daughter of Rasulullah. All of this didn't happen because Ali alayhi salam didn't inform him. Somebody would say, okay, maybe the lady was satisfied for Abu Bakr to be present at his burial ceremony, and it was something that Ali alayhi salam did by his own initiative. But this is not true, because in another hadith we can find that Lady Fatima salamullah alayha ordered, or better to say, asked Ali alayhi salam in his will that he shouldn't invite those invaders, including the first caliph and the second caliph. وظهرت الشكية واشتدت الموجدة وقد بلغ ذلك من فاطمة عليها السلام أنها أوصت أن لا يصلي عليها أبو بكر. This annoyance, rather to say, was so huge regarding the first caliph, it reached this extent, this limit, that she ordered in his will to Ali alayhi salam not to allow the first Caliph Abu Bakr to attend his Mayyit prayer. In another place, in Ibn Abi al-Hadith book, we can find وَأَمَّا إِخْفَاءُ الْغَبْرِ وَكِتْمَانُ الْمَوْتِ وَعَدَمُ الصَّلَاةِ وَكُلُّ مَا ذَكَرَهُ الْمُرْتَضَى فيه فهو الذي يظهر ويقوى عندي لأن الرواية به أكثر وأصح من غيرها وكذلك القول في موجدتها وغضبها. Here Ibn Abi al-Hadith says, and the issue of her burial place being hidden, and that Ali alayhi salam didn't inform the others about the lady's demise and didn't allow them to attend her Mayyit prayer and everything else, that Al-Murtada here refers to Sayyid Al-Murtada, one of the Shiite scholars. All of these things that Sayyid Al-Murtada was narrating, Ibn Abi al-Hadith says these are all true. فَهُوَ الَّذِي يَظْهَرُ وَيَقْوَى عِنْدِي. So he believed that what Sayyid Al-Murtada is narrating here is true and is closer to the reality. In another hadith, which is similar to the previous one, Hassan ibn Muhammad reports that Lady Fatima, the daughter of Rasulullah, was buried at night and says, فَرَّ بِهَا عَلِيٌّ مِنْ أَبِي بَكْرٍ أَنْ يُصَلِّيَ عَلَيْهَا كَانَ بَيْنَهُمَا شَيْءٍ. Ali alayhi salam did so, meaning that he buried Lady at night to escape from Abu Bakr, from the first Caliph, to attend her Mayyit prayer. كَانَ بَيْنَهُمَا شَيْءٍ. This is interesting. The narrator, the reporter here, goes so far as to say that there was something between them. You know, here, you cannot say, okay, just a small thing led to this bold action from Imam Ali alayhi salam to refrain from informing the first Caliph to attend the burial of Lady Fatima salamullah alayha, or even to attend the Mayyit prayer of the lady. So, Kana baynahuma shay is like a criminal confession, trying to reduce the the vastness of his crime. So this small shay which is written here shows that it was a huge thing happening between Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam and the Khulafa on that time. The point about wasiyah, that Lady Fatima ordered in his will to be buried at night and not to be mentioned to the others, especially the Khulafa, is also written here. The author of the book says there's another hadith similar to this one, that in the end it is narrated that awsathu bidalik, meaning that Lady Fatima willed and ordered his will to be buried like this. The next clue, which is quite obvious and explicitly points out to the invasion of the house of Lady Fatima salamullah alayha, is from one of the most knowledgeable scholars of the Sunnites. Dhahabi narrates this hadith in two places of his two books, that Inna Umar rafasa Fatima hatta asqatat bi Muhsin. He narrates that, he reports that Umar kicked Lady Fatima in his belly, and because of that, the lady, unfortunately, miscarried Muhsin, and his unborn son died that way and got martyred. In another hadith, which is similar to this one, we can also find this narration, this report, with a little bit more extra details. إن عمر ضرب بطن فاطمة يوم البيعة حتى ألغت المحسن من بطنها ووقع في جميع الصحابة فيما حكموا فيه بالاجتهاد. Indeed, Umar kicked the belly of the lady on the day of allegiance until his unborn son Muhsin was miscarried and died in that way. Another clue that we can find in the Sunnit sources regarding the attack is the issue of Abu Bakr's regret in his deathbed. It is narrated in Tarikh al-Tabari, you'll see the address on the screen, that when Abu Bakr was on his deathbed and he was surely going to die, and he was certain about it, he started to say something quite interesting. He said, I did 3 things that I'm regretting them. And the very first thing that he mentions in the hadith, in this report, I'm not going to fully read it, just the part which is relevant to our discussion. In this report, he says, فوددت أني لم أكشف بيت فاطمة عن شيء. He says, I wish I hadn't attacked the Lady Fatima's house. This is a big clue. This is a big puzzle piece that you put to other ones. You can reach a solid conclusion about what Shia believe in it. So putting all these small pieces together, some of them are more obvious, the other ones maybe less obvious, pointing out to the invasion of the house of Lady Fatima, you can certainly conclude that there was an attack. So starting with the threatening of Lady Fatima to burn down her house, swearing to God that the second caliph would do so, which is also the place of a good question to ask. That we know swearing to God can entails some consequences. If you swear to God, it is not recommended based on our Sharia. Both Shia and Sunni believe that you are not allowed, or better to say, it's not recommended to swear to God for whatever reason. Here in this report, the second report that I told you, the second caliph swore to God, to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that he would burn down the house of Lady Fatima. Now the question is, the $1 million question is that, did he act upon his oath or not? If he act upon his oath, so this is what we believe in it. This is what we say. But if he didn't act upon his oath, we're speaking about a caliph. He did something which is not recommended, and he actually sinned by not acting upon it. And another question rises here, that did he pay the expediary for breaking his oath or not? So this is something that our Sunnite brother should explain and try to find an answer for it. So let's make a conclusion here. Threatening to burn down the house, swearing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for doing so, numerous reports about Lady Fatima being annoyed and angry with the first and the second caliph, the reports indicating that the lady was buried at night and it was her own will, not just Ali alayhi salam's initiative for doing so. Also, we have Abu Bakr's regret for attacking the lady's house that I mentioned earlier here, and also the reports indicating that the lady's unborn son Muhsin was miscarried because of the second caliph's action. When you put all of these pieces together, you can easily conclude that the attack happened. Our Sunnite brothers must refer back to the books, try to understand where they are going the wrong path. You can find the answer in your own books. Start accepting and refrain from denying the reality of what happened on that day. Thank you for staying with us. Please share your opinion with us in the comment section down below, and do not forget to like and subscribe. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.